everybody, and welcome back to Dragon Wing Diamonds. I am here today with a WIP in chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat, I'm going to just talk to you a little bit about my week. And I will say we had a very exciting and unexpected week, I will say. Well, wow. Anyways, so just really quick, before I get into stuff, just because I have a feeling I'm going to get interrupted at some point too, we adopted a kitten. If you've seen my Instagram post, you saw that I posted cute pictures of this little buddy and everything like that. So it was kind of like an unexpected situation because, I mean, obviously we were looking for a cat, but I'll get into the whole story here momentarily. But I just wanted to introduce him. So, oh yeah, I know, I'm gonna be mad. I'm making you mad. Say hi, Artemis. Say hi to the world. Look up. Look up. Look up. There you go. Say hi. Oh, you're a little showboater, aren't you? Okay, now you can go back to sleeping on me and not playing with my microphone cord. No, ow, it's my hand. Okay, so yeah, that's Artemis. He is our little our little adoptee. He is only, let's see, he was born in, he's like 3 months old right now. There we go. He was born in April, like towards the end of April. So he's almost, okay, he's 2 months going into 3 months once we get towards the end of July. So yeah, we brought him home on Sunday, and it was a fun thing. It's been fun so far. He's been an absolute joy to have in our household. Okay, now you can go back to sleep. Oh, no. Now you go back to sleep now. Okay, cool. Okay, so what am I working on today? Oh gosh, let me reach. Sorry about my arm. Okay, I'm working on Satora from Margaret Morales, or by Margaret Morales from Diamond Art Club. And I am almost done with her. Like, I'm working on these 2 rows kind of in tandem, kind of just going 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, basically just doing that. So I am almost done with this one. Hopefully either, well, probably not gonna be done tonight, but I'll probably have it done hopefully tomorrow, which will be exciting. You get me every time, computer. Yeah, I know. Oh, you just want to show off for everybody. You are so dang cute. Yeah, you are. Okay, so yeah, almost done. Hopefully I'll have her finished by tomorrow. I was hoping to squeeze this one in and finish before the 1st of the month, but unfortunately that did not happen because I was kind of distracted by you. So yeah, anyways, so what am I working with? So I have my cat-proof tray. This is one of their basic colors. This is the green. I can't remember what funky, like, because they have, like, you know, they have a couple or like funky names with them, but this is just like their part of their basic line, but this is just basic green, and this is in the Lean Boy. I love these trays. Using a little heart cover minder from Bijou Bliss. Let's see here, what do we got for adhesives? I am using Lightning Wielder Captivating Caulk. This is the special dragon scale one that Abigail came up with. That Abigail came up with for Year of the Dragon, and I absolutely love it. So this is from Sports Designs. I don't know if I said that. We have Fresh Hot Donuts Snap Dots. And then I have some Wee Wax, and this is in the strawberries and champagne scent, which is probably my favorite. And then I'm using 2 pens. So in this pen, this is from Enabler's Outpost. This is one of their penscriptions. My friend, Stealthy Crafter, she wasn't a fan of the colorway, so she sent it my way, which I love it. I love it. And then this one is from Diamond Pen Pal. Just in case you guys are not aware, Diamond Pen Pal currently has Lavapalooza going on in their Facebook group, which is Diamond Pen Pals, right? Diamond Pen Pals, yeah. So you can buy waffle tickets so that you can be put into, hopefully get drawn to win one of 3 gift bags. And a bunch of us creators and small shops and everything, a lot of us donated to that. So make sure you check it out because they got a lot of good stuff, and they're also donating all proceeds from their lava pens to the Fisher House Association, I believe it is. So yeah. Anyways, my little random plug there. So yeah, is that all my stuff? I think so. Okay, cool. Okay, let's open up our next section. What are you doing? What are you even looking at? There's nothing there. It'll be a little distracting, I'm sure. Okay, so last week was my first week handling all 3 kids by myself all week long for both jobs for my husband. Oh, I was calling my fiance again. Whew, that was... I've been good with that. That was like the first time I almost slipped up. But yeah, so last week was my first week with all the kids by myself for him working both of his jobs, and I will admit, I am exhausted. I have not had a chance to get caught up on relaxation or anything like that, because this weekend ended up being crazy busy, and that's usually when we can sit and relax. So I am definitely exhausted, especially coming into a new week and stuff, and you know, this week's a holiday week, so everything's going to be all jumbled also. But yeah, just it was crazy. And like, I think the boys are just like took their pills that they take when they don't want to listen to us. I don't know, like it was a week. And then of course, you know, Sydney's in her terrible 2 stage, which has been a literal nightmare. Like this girl, she is just like screaming about everything. It's like, okay, trying to work with her to teach her on like how to communicate better. Like today she was upset because we got these crayons. They're like little containers. They're from Wendy's. Yeah, if you guys have kids that had got any of the meals from Wendy's, that's basically the toy that comes with it. And so they're like little containers, and you open them up, and there was crayons and a coloring page inside of it. But we've been letting Sydney, or we took the crayons and coloring page out, and she's been basically playing with the containers, and so she's been having a blast with them. She's got 2 of them now. She's got an orange one and a blue one, and she likes to like get she'll take the tops of them and mix and match them sometimes. It's so cute. But yeah, today she was like, she had the bottoms, but she didn't know where the tops were, so she got frustrated and angry about it. And so I looked at her and I'm like, okay, what do you want? And then she showed me the bottom, and I was like, okay, I think you're looking for the tops of these, so let me look. And I found one in her toy box, and one was under the couch. And then after that, she was happy. So I think I'm starting to figure out how to navigate this part of it, like just kind of trying to show her that she can ask for stuff and we'll help her. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at on that. So yeah, and I think I touched on it last week. We were trying to give the boys a later bedtime, and so initially, so their bedtime is 8:30 currently during like school and stuff like that. And so we were trying to like let them have, you know, a fun summer thing, like, okay, yeah, we'll let your bedtime be 9:30. And like when I said like 9:30, Alex's face was just so funny. He's like, oh, really? We don't even get to stay up that late at Mom's house. It's like, okay. I mean, you do stay up later than that at your mom's house, but okay. But yeah, so they were really excited about staying up till 9:30, and then we basically told them, like, obviously there's a couple of stipulations with it. Cat fur. Obviously there's a couple stipulations with it, like you gotta make, because what they do is they'll go in there and then they end up like goofing off for a little bit, and it's okay if they're like just telling stories to each other or whatever for like a few minutes, but it's gotten to the point where they're just they're up there talking for over half an hour, and Drake's getting out of his bed, and just it's been, yeah, just a lot of it. And of course, like, we can hear when they get out of the bed because of the way the floor is set up. Like, we can hear it, like, clear as day even when the smallest one is walking around. It's like, yeah, I know you're walking up there. You can't trick me. So yeah, we did the Sunday night with the 9:30 bedtime, and they did good with it. And then Monday night, we did the 9:30 bedtime again, and they stayed up until 10:30 talking and messing around, and I had to go out multiple times to tell them to go to sleep and stuff. And so they lost their 9:30 bedtime, so we bumped it back to 9 at that point. So I was like, okay, we can do this, 9 o'clock. And then I'm also like thinking like, oh, I need time to record and stuff like that. So I was like, ugh. The joys of working around summer vacation. Because usually what I do during the school year is whenever Sydney goes down for her nap, that's when I record my WIP and chat. But now it's like, okay, now I have to wait until all the kids are in bed, and then I can record my WIP and chat. And then by the time I'm done, it's 10:30 at night, and I'm like, okay. And then my husband's going to be home in like an hour at that point. So I don't really get much time to myself. Anyways, I don't know why I digressed there. So, yeah. We moved them to a 9 o'clock bedtime, and they still kind of were giving us trouble and stuff like that. And I think the worst night was Friday night, because it was like the day before Alex's birthday party, because we had his belated birthday. His birthday was back in May, but we couldn't afford to throw him a party at that point, and so we gave him an option, like, okay, we can either get you like a small present now, or you can just wait and we'll take care of, like, we'll do the party once we get our tax money in. And then Alex opted to wait for the tax money, so his birthday party, we did his birthday party over the weekend. So, so much cat fur now. So yeah, on Friday night, they were an absolute nightmare for me. They didn't, like, and then of course, like, where did they go? Oh yeah, Alex went to his friend Devin's house for a play date and had 2 lunches while he was there. And like, we've been trying to teach him like portion control and stuff like that. Like, just because you have food in front of you doesn't mean you have to eat it all and stuff. Like, we're trying to like teach him, like, make sure you eat until you're full, and then that's about it. Like, don't overeat and stuff. So on Friday night, he was giving me a lot of problems because he was like, oh, my stomach hurts, I feel like I'm gonna throw up and stuff like that. I'm like, you realize if you throw up, your party's canceled, right? And so, like, he ended up spending, like, half an hour in the bathroom, and he ended up cleaning stuff in there while he was in there. I'm like, okay, so you are not sick, clearly, because you're in here cleaning stuff up, and, like, you shouldn't be doing that. That's my job. So yeah, I got really frustrated with them that night, because it's like, okay, you gave me a hard time about going to sleep, and then you got up and orchestrated this because you didn't want to go to sleep and stuff. I don't understand why he never wants to go to sleep. Like, I get that there's a lot of fun stuff to do while being awake, but if you fall asleep, the faster you fall asleep, the faster you wake up the next day and can do more fun stuff. So I don't know. I don't get the logic in his mind, but I don't think I'm supposed to because they're kids. But yeah, so it ended up being false alarm. He didn't throw up at all, and he was fine. And like, I told him, get back into bed and sleep it off and stuff, and he did, and all was good. So yeah, it was a long week, and yeah, so we did at least they did get to do a couple play dates during the week. So Alex went to his friend Devin's house, and Drake went to his friend Timmy's house, both on different days. So we had kind of like a break from 3 kids a couple days. And yeah. Yeah, all my crazy stuff happened this weekend. So basically the week was just me trying to survive. As terrible as that sounds, it was just me trying to survive. Like, I love my kids. I love them so much, but I don't get a break ever. And I know that's parenting, but like, I don't know, my husband gets to go to the office and interact with adults, and I don't get that option because of, the nature of what I'm doing right now and stuff. So, I mean, I interact with adults in Discord every day, but it's not quite the same as like getting out of the house and getting away from the kiddos for a little bit and stuff. So, yeah. Kitten is asleep in my lap currently. He had major playtime earlier, so that means now it's major nap time, and then he'll have major playtime again in a little bit. So yeah, not really much to say about the week. Once again, it was kind of a boring week. I'm a little frustrated with AliExpress right now. I ordered my tips for my pens from a shop on AliExpress, and so I ordered like a bunch of 20 of them, so I could finally have single placers for my my pens and stuff because I'm like currently swapping out whenever I change out pens. And so I got my package, and all it had was this tiny, tiny, teeny little screw in it, and that's it. I'm like, that's not the tips I ordered. So I've been trying to contact the store and stuff like that, but it's not working. Like, you go, like, oh, contact store, and then it jumps over there, and it's like, oh, sorry, webpage not working. It's like, what? What do you mean you're not working? So I'm going to have to fight with that a little bit soon, because I need to be like, hey, like, I don't need a refund, just give me what I ordered and I'll be happy. So yeah, that was kind of an annoying thing I was kind of trying to deal with last week as well. So yeah, distraction. My brain has just not been on top of things lately. I did have a stressful moment at some point last week because I feel like lately my brain has not been working at its maximum, so to speak. Like, I don't feel like the amount of times that I struggle to think of words right now is a little alarming to me, because it's like I should not be struggling this hard to make, like, form a sentence or something like that. And it's been happening a lot at home. I don't know if it's just because I'm tired or because I'm not exercising my brain enough or something, but yeah, me and my husband had a whole conversation about that, and like he suggested, like, oh, we can set this up for you and stuff, like getting a routine set up so that way I'm writing a lot more, because, you know, I haven't really written much since I got done with school, and I have a novel that I want to write, and I guess the best way to say it is I'm afraid. I am afraid to write a novel, because that is just, what if I'm not good at it, you know? Like, I know I'm a good writer, but what if I'm not good at novel writing? So it's just like a little fear I need to conquer. Like, I know I can do this. I know I have the capability of doing this. I just need to do it. I just need to stop being afraid and do it. So my husband was talking, like, well, on points where I'm home, you can sit and write for a little bit while I manage the babies and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, we could set something like that up, and so we still need to work on that. I think this week has kind of just been just us trying to recover from last week, because we're both very drained and we didn't get a chance to sleep in at all this weekend, and just so much chaos. So yeah, hopefully that will help me out, like if I can get my brain thinking logically again. And yeah, I get worried that I'm getting too stagnant right now, because basically what do? I relax, or, well, I don't relax, but I take care of the kids and I diamond paint. Like, that's literally my whole life right now. And what happens if I get into a job interview and I can't form a simple sentence, you know? Like, I'm just, I don't know. Life is hard sometimes. Being an adult is hard sometimes. So yeah, I had some stressors last week, but gotta think. What else happened? Like, we were supposed to get the pool up last week, but then it rained for half the week, so we didn't actually get that set up yet. And then, of course, the neighbor girls were out of town for most of the week, so the boys know they can go outside and play when the girls aren't there, but they just kind of refuse to, which is annoying. Okay, kitty, my leg is hurting, so I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. My leg is hurting, though. Here, let's do this. Here, or let's reverse you. Yeah, let's go like this. Don't look at the string. Okay. Go back to sleep now. There you go. Good boy. Okay, cool. I love the kitten stage when they're so sleepy that you can just, like, pick them up and move them and just roll over and go back to sleep. Although this one likes to yell at you before he does that. So yeah, kind of dealing with those concerns about my life being, or my brain being stagnant and not doing enough. Like, I don't know, I need to make sure I'm engaging more and stuff. Let's see, last week. I know all my exciting stuff happened on the weekend, and I feel like if I talk about that now, I'm going to be at the end of the WIP and chat or I'm not going to have much to say for the end. Well, maybe? Well, I guess I'll talk about it. That's all I have to talk about, so let's just do it. Okay, so Saturday was the birthday party. So Alex chose to have his party at a trampoline park. And it was funny too, because like he initially chose a trampoline park because he went to a birthday party for one of his friends there, and it was a lot of fun. So we're like, okay, we can do that. And then the exact day we set the reservation, Alex's class had a trip to one of the local beaches out here, if you can call it a beach. I mean, we live near lakes, so it's a lake beach. I think the ocean is the real beach personally, but that's me. But yeah, so his class had a trip to a local beach, and then he came home that night asking if he can switch his birthday party there instead, and we're like, well, we already put down the deposit on this place, so we're not switching. And like, he's got a habit of doing this. Like, if he does something more fun or something that he enjoys, then that's like suddenly what he wants to do for his birthday parties and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, well, we can't switch right now. So yeah, we ended up sticking with what our initial plan, and it's a good thing that we did, because it was downpouring the day of his party. So we were on the way there, and I'm like, so are you happy we didn't switch where your party was? And he's like, uh-huh. He's like, yeah, it wouldn't be as much fun digging in the sand in the rain. I'm like, well, yeah, the sand would be sticking to you the whole time. So yeah. So we got to the place, and like, it's kind of interesting how they had it all set up, because they had like stickers for all the kids that said like, oh, you're here for Alex's birthday party, and this is what time your jump time ends. Like, they actually like monitor, like, okay, you have an hour of jump time, so that's where you're at. And so yeah, so we got there, like, the party started, or we got into the room at noon, and then all the kids went off to jump, and then it was like they jump for an hour, and then they bring the pizza out at 1, and then like 15 minutes after the pizza comes out, that's when the ice cream comes out, and then we brought cookie cake, because that's what Alex chose for his cake. So, yeah, sorry, got focused again. They had a toddler pit there too, so Sydney could jump. So I think like we didn't have enough people. We didn't like, because we had a party for like 11 people, and I think we had 8 kids show up, so we had a couple extra slots. So I filled a slot and Sydney filled a slot. So I took Sydney out to the toddler courts and got her on one of the trampolines, and my goodness, this girl climbed up me. She was like, nope, not having this. I don't like this. Pick me up. And it was funny. Like, I tried sitting down and just letting her bounce and stuff like that, and she just whined and climbed up me again. And then I tried standing up and like showing her, I'm like, look, you can bounce. And then she was just like, nope. And so me and her I just ended up taking her back to the party room where my husband was hanging out. And I walk in, I'm like, well, Sydney does not like bouncing. So where did you come from? Me and my husband ended up hanging out in the party room the whole time, just monitoring things and stuff. And the boy's mom did show up, so she was kind of keeping an eye out on the field and stuff like that. So we kind of tag teamed it pretty nicely. And then she did come back in and talk with us a little bit, and I think that was the first time she's interacted with Sydney in a while. Yeah, and then it worked out because in the room, I guess one of the kids in the party ahead of us, they brought back one of the foam blocks from some of the jumping pits and stuff like that, and so Sydney just spent the whole time playing with that silly little block, and she was highly entertained by it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna count this as a win. She still had fun even though she doesn't like the trampoline. So yeah, it was a good time. I need a sip of drink. Okay, So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and Alex had a great time with his friends and stuff, and the kids were all pretty good for the most part. I mean, the point it got crazy was like right at the end, and like one of Alex's friends kept trying to like get everybody to go back out jumping, and it's like, no, you guys can't be going back out there. They said at 1, your jumping time ends. We don't have more time. And then of course, Alex was about to run out the door. I'm like, Alex, no, you don't. We can't do that. So, okay, which one of you animals farted? Yeah, nobody's owning up to it. My goodness. So, yeah, we got, for the most part, because I know I mentioned a little bit before, I recently learned I'm autistic, and so, like, those social situations are usually very difficult for me, but I will say this one was not too bad. Excuse me. Because, we were in a room the whole time, so the fact that I was, like, sequestered a little bit, I think that helped me a lot. Of course, like, towards the end, though, like, when all the kids were in the room with us, too, I was just like, okay, now I think I need to lock myself in a room for an hour or so to relax. And oh my gosh, why are Crocs the stylish shoe right now for all these kids? Like, the entire, like, almost every kid at the birthday party wore Crocs there, and I'm like, why? Like, why is this a thing? Not like you need good shoes for jumping on the trampolines, because they give you the grippy socks, but still, it's just like, man, why? And of course, Sydney was over there trying to steal all the gibbets, I think that's what they're called, off of them. We're like, no, stop trying to do that. So yeah, we finished up there, got everybody home okay, exchanged phone numbers with some of the moms, so that way we can plan play dates and stuff over the summer. And yeah, and then we got home, and then we didn't have time for Alex to open his presents there, so he did so at home. Majority of them were cards with money in them, though, so that ended up working out nicely for him, because he is saving up for a new gaming system, so that will be going into that funds. So yeah, and then when we got home, I basically came upstairs. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lay down for a couple minutes, and like I laid Sydney down, and she instantly fell asleep for her nap, because it was a lot of stimulation for her as well. And I kind of just laid down, and I scrolled my phone a bit, got caught up on Discord, all the fun stuff. And yeah, I didn't actually need as much time as I thought I was going to need. I ended up coming down a little bit earlier than my husband was expecting. He's like, wow, you weren't up there for very long. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing fine right now. So yeah, and the boys relaxed for the rest of the night. They've been playing Animal Crossing all week, which is like a proud moment for me, honestly, because I love the fact, like, I'm the one who got them into those games. Like, I introduced them to Animal Crossing when I moved in, because I moved in 2020, and that was the year I bought my Switch, and I bought Animal Crossing on it. And so I introduced them to Animal Crossing, and it's so fun watching them take excitement in that. And then, Alex had some Nintendo eShop money and stuff. He only had $20, and so we're like, well, you can get the Animal Crossing DLC. And then he was like, yeah, I could, or I could get a game. And it's like, well, any game you're going to get for $20 is probably not going to be, like, a great game. And so, like, he was like, okay, yeah. So we ended up giving him $5 so he can get the Animal Crossing DLC. And it's like, yeah, you've been playing this a lot lately, and you can have more in it and stuff like that. So he did download that, and actually made me download it too, because I wanted to check it out as well. And once I heard it was only $25, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this for myself then. But yeah. So yeah, and then that night we had once in a while we'll do like finger food nights where we get, because like Alex is obsessed with pizza rolls, and Drake wanted nachos, but he doesn't like the nachos the way my husband makes them, with like, because he makes them with ground beef and stuff on it. Like, it's basically tacos with nachos, or in a nacho form. And so Drake just asked for, like, just melted cheese and to dip in and stuff like that. That's the kind of nachos he likes. So we decided to do like a junk food night, because we're like, well, we're gonna be at the party and stuff like that. You guys are gonna be going crazy and stuff. Let's just do a junk food night, because that way it'll be easy for us too. Because it's like, okay, we just have to microwave and then stick some stuff in the air fryer and we're done. So we did that for dinner. And then, of course, the rest of the night was just kind of relaxing. They were playing games. I was trying to get some diamond painting done. Unfortunately, I didn't get much diamond painting done at all this weekend, just between the party and the kitten and stuff, because it was a lot. It was a lot of chaos. And then my husband and I, never mind, that was Sunday, so I'll get to that in a second. So 3:10, yes it is. So yeah, it was a good time. Alex enjoyed it, and we asked him, like, oh, did you have fun with your birthday party and stuff? He's like, yeah, so that was good. Next. We missed a couple. Come on. 1 and 2. Okay. And P is next. Let's do P. Okay. Okay, and then, so we get to the end of the night, and we are getting the boys ready for bed, and then, oh wait, I missed something from Friday. So Friday, was it Friday? No, Thursday night. Thursday night, so we put an application in for a cat, through one of the local, like, it's a certain town out here that does, that has a foster program for the animals and stuff like that. And so, like, it's basically like I think it's a volunteer program and stuff like that. But we put in an application for one kitten in particular. The kitten's name was Popcorn, which is just adorable. But he was a black cat. I'm sorry if this hurts your feelings. He was a black kitten, and we had we kept looking at him for a couple weeks, and like at first we were gonna look at a different shelter just because they were a little bit cheaper, but then we realized like they're not having a big influx of animals, or at any time, like in the time we were keeping an eye on them, we watched them drop animals and not gain any, so we're like, yeah, we don't want to, or I don't know how, like, I wasn't sure how long we could wait, honestly, with Shadow. He definitely was showing signs of being depressed and stuff, so we were concerned with getting a cat sooner rather than later, just because we did not want him to start deteriorating as well. Oh, your little leg is hanging down. You and your tiny toe beans. There we go. So on Thursday, we heard back from them and said, okay, we just need to see Zero's rabies vaccine confirmation, and then we can set up a meeting to come see the cat. So we'd sent that information over. Actually, we ended up sending it on Friday because my husband forgot that he had it in his email and not actually in paper. So we're like, oh yeah. So we searched all over the house, and then it's like, oh wait, never mind, I have an email. Like, come on, man. But yeah, so we got that information sent off to them. They're like, okay, cool. So we're all set there. And then we heard back from them on Saturday, and they're like, okay, well, Popcorn's been adopted. Were there any other cats that you were looking at? And so our next one was Chips that we were looking at, which was Popcorn's brother, also a black cat. Yeah, we chose Popcorn first because in his description he said that he was a snuggly boy. And we're like, oh, that sounds great. And then his brother Chips was a adventurous and bold little guy. So we're like, okay, well, let's go for the snuggly one over the bold and adventurous one. But unfortunately, not unfortunately, because I'm sure they went to great homes, but they both got adopted. So we're sitting there, and like my husband's doing all this while making sure the boys are taking showers and stuff. But we're like, we look through their website and stuff, and Artemis here, his name was Stitch before, but his little picture popped up, and I just instantly fell in love. Like, I was like, that's my cat. And then I went in and was reading his description, and in his description it said, like, I mean, he was there with his siblings, of course, so he gets along well with other cats, and he loved playing, like, he needed to go home to a home with dogs because he bonded with the foster's dog. And I'm just like looking through all this, I'm like, this is the perfect cat for us. Oh yeah, and then the other big one is like, he'll thrive in a chaotic environment. And it's like, wow, our house is pure chaos. Like, literally, we have so many like youngins in this house right now. Yeah, don't ask me why I decided to bring the third baby into the house. Just we're not gonna look at that right now. We're not gonna question my judgment on that right now. But well, we know why. But anyways. So yeah, but yeah, it's like, oh yeah, he'll thrive in a chaotic environment. It's like, okay, well, it's perfect because we have a 2-year-old, we have a almost 1-year-old puppy. Like, this is perfect. And you know, of course, him getting along with dogs too, it's even better. So we're like, okay, I think that's our cat. And so my husband texted back and said, we're interested in Stitch. And we got a text back like, okay, well, or we got a text back from the person who's fostering him. And she was like, okay, so I can arrange for you to meet him tomorrow. And we're like, and then she's like, you can either, okay, yeah, so I got the option to meet her at her house or go out to a pet store in a town close by. I'm like, well, I don't really want to drive out to a town close by. So we'll just come, like, because her place was closer to us than driving all the way out there. And so I was like, okay, we'll go, or, so yeah, we'll do that in the morning. And then, of course, like, we weren't expecting to bring him home that day, but then she was like, oh yeah, make sure you bring a cat carrier. We're like, oh, okay, okay, we're going to bring him home. Gotcha. So yeah, we were all excited that night, and my husband, he's so cute. He was like, periodically throughout the night, he would just like pull up the picture of this kitten, and he'd look over at me and be like, look at him, we're bringing him home tomorrow. And I'm like, I know we are. So it's just hilarious. Yeah, we kind of just knew right off the jump, like, yeah, this cat is coming home with us. And it worked out perfectly because, like, the boys were able to come with us and everything like that. I felt so bad for this woman, too. I'm like, okay, we're bringing a motley crew to her house because we have the boys, we have the baby, and then us, too. And it was a lot. But, so yeah, we were like, okay, we're bringing a cat home tomorrow. Cool. So we went to, next morning we got up and went out there, and, you know, we met Stitch, aka now Artemis, because that's what I renamed him. So we met him and his 2 siblings, and it's kind of funny too, because when you're scrolling through the website, it doesn't always say like who's siblings of who. Like Chips and Popcorn said it because they said like, oh, these cats need to go to our home with another cat, or they need to be taken together because they're bonded siblings. But this, like, for these guys, they didn't have them listed as siblings and stuff. So when I got there, I was like, oh wait, there's that cute little black cat that we were taking a peek at. That was a female, but we wanted a male specifically because in my experience, male cats are definitely more cuddly. Yeah, you lay down without biting this. You don't need to come after this. Okay. Male cats are more cuddly, and female cats are kind of like more reserved and to themselves. I know it's not always the case, but that's just been my experience with them so far. I've never had a cuddly female cat, so I was like, yeah, I definitely want to get a male. Oh, this is like all wonky. Okay, so I definitely wanted to get a male, and okay, we're just gonna go with it. gonna be doing that section later anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Is that all the H's? I think so. Yeah, so wanted to mail, but I was like, when I got to see her, I'm like, oh, you're so cute and stuff. So yeah, so my husband worked out filling out the paperwork and stuff while I was watching the kids, and they had like one of those cat toys that it's the stick with a string with something hanging at the end of the string. So they had one of those cat toys, and Sydney picked it up and started like playing with it with the kittens, and they were like going crazy over it, and she was just giggling up a storm. Like she was so happy, like she was like in her prime, like this is perfection right here. So she had a blast playing with the kittens and stuff, and the boys were having fun watching and stuff, and watching them all zoom around and go crazy and stuff. Then we got the paperwork all filled out and got him into the carrier, let the foster mom say goodbye to him and stuff, because she was very attached to them, it seems, because she's been texting and like, oh, how are they doing and stuff. Like it's really sweet. Or how's he doing that day? We didn't bring home multiples, we only brought home one. But yeah. Let's do this one next, because I'm sorry, I had to reach my drills. No, you're gonna yell at me now? Why are you yelling at me? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Okay. So yeah, we got him home, and we got him, so when I first brought him home, I hate when that happens, I brought him in to meet Shadow. So Shadow knew, like, okay, we have another animal in the house, we have another cat in the house and stuff. And so, like, I brought him in to see Shadow, and Shadow did as I would expect him to do. He, like, sniffed at him for a second and then hissed and growled, which, it's expected, because it's like, okay, this little thing is in my home, but I just wanted him to be aware that there was another cat in the house. And then we put him in the upstairs bathroom. And then it was kind of funny. We're all sitting upstairs in our bathroom, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to spend the entire day in the bathroom here. And so I remembered that we had Sydney's playpen downstairs. So it was like this big, huge playpen we got for her when she was younger, because she just wanted to be out and roaming, and she was too small to be out and roaming because she could get into too much. So we got one of those playpens, and so we pulled that out because it was still assembled down in the basement. We just had it set up or pushed up against the wall. So we grabbed that and brought it upstairs and put Artemis in there, so that way, like, the dog couldn't get at him and stuff, even though Zero really wanted to play with him and stuff. Like, we wanted Artemis to get used to Zero as well before we just set him free. And so he played in there for a little bit, and then he fell asleep in there, and so it worked out pretty well for him for a little bit. And then finally he hit that point. He's like, okay, now I'm rambunctious, so I'm gonna jump out of here and go crazy. So then he did that and started running around the room and stuff, and we're like, okay, well, here we go. But yeah, so for the most part, well, not for the most part, the animals are getting along really well. It's like, I'm filming on Tuesday, we brought him home Sunday, and I'm already, like, we already can let Artemis roam free, and it's not a problem. We're still putting him in the bathroom at night, though, just for, like, a little bit longer, just to make sure, like, everybody is really acclimated to one another and everything like that. But today we had some real progress, but I'll get there. So yeah, we're chilling with Artemis down here, having a good time playing with him and stuff, and then our power goes out. It's a sunny day, and our power goes out. I'm like, what the heck? And it was out for like a good, like, almost 2 hours, and I'm like, oh. So we're like, okay, boys, just play your Switches for now, because Alex was playing his Xbox, or playing Overwatch on the Xbox and stuff, and I was like, well, guess you're not doing that now, because that's just not happening. And so, like, I got my Switch out as well, and then, like, we all just kind of played Animal Crossing because, like, I was sitting down in the pen with Artemis while he was napping and stuff, so I was like, I'm just gonna play my Switch while we're down here. Hey, that tickles. So yeah, yeah, and then of course, like, the boys were like so desperate to be with him at all times. And it's like, okay, well, we're trying to get him used to the environment, and when you guys come back, you'll be able to play with him and to his full extent, because he'll be comfortable here. But it's like day one, he wants to explore and see and everything like that. And I know the boys just wanted to hold him and stuff. And it's like, I know he's cute, he's tiny, but you gotta let him explore. So yeah, we were without power for like a good 2 hours or so. It actually worked out a little bit well, because like Alex had just enough charge on a Switch to make it to almost, like, his battery died like a few minutes before the power came back on. And Drake's Switch, I don't know, like, that thing seems to have super battery, because he can play that thing all day without plugging it in, and it's fine. But yeah, so that part was kind of annoying. So it's like, okay, new kitten, getting him used to the house, no power, cool. So yeah, you're twitching. So yeah, then boys ended up going back to their mom on Sunday, like normal. And then we got some Chinese for dinner. And then we decided that we were going to start watching the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender. Because basically we don't have Netflix all the time right now. We basically get it when we have stuff we want to watch on it. So when part 2 of the Bridgerton season 3 came up, we subbed up to Netflix and we watched through the entirety of part 1 and 2. And then I watched Love is Blind, because I love that reality show, because, sometimes crappy reality shows are just the way to go. And then, and then we watched most of it so far. We only have one more episode left to watch in it, and I'm not gonna give any spoilers, I promise, but I am enjoying it, but I'm also disappointed with it at the same time. So it's not bad, but it's not to the standards I would expect it to be, just from the way the original is and the way the showrunners know the original is. So yeah, like I said, I don't hate it, but I don't love it also. It's good. And I like the actors. They show some pretty good actors and stuff. And there are certain things they added to it that I'm like, okay, yeah, I can appreciate that and stuff. So yeah, we spent all night watching that, basically, and we spent all night taking turns having a kitten sleeping on us. Like, at first it was me. He was sleeping on my chest, all curled up in a little tiny kitten ball. And then I was like, well, I kind of want to diamond paint now. So we ended up switching. So my husband took him, and he curled up on my husband, and then I was diamond painting. And, like, I took so many pictures of him. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. So yeah, oh crap, okay, I guess this was enough to talk about for the whole time. Oh gosh. So yeah, so that was Sunday, and then Monday we basically are getting used to our routine with the kitten now. So, like, yeah, we got 3 babies in the house now, so it's pretty crazy. So Monday we got to the point where Shadow was like, he was tolerating Artemis being in the house, but he was like, you better not come near me. Tolerating, like brothers do, and so yeah, yesterday went really well with them, all of them. Like, we also have one of the similar toys here that Sydney was playing with at the Foster's house, and So she's been carrying that around, and like she'll walk with it, and then Artemis will just chase after her, and it's just she just loves it, and he loves it too. But yeah, it's so much fun. Like I forgot how much fun it is having a kitten around again, because they go crazy for a few minutes, and then they zonk out for a couple hours, and then they go crazy again, and then they zonk out again. It's just so cute, and I love having a snuggly kitten in my lap. Something I can definitely be used to. So yeah, yesterday was kind of just, getting used to the routine with the new baby and stuff like that. And then today, being Tuesday, which is the day I'm filming, obviously this will be going up Wednesday, so it'll be yesterday for you. I was my first like solo day with 3 babies. It actually went pretty well. Well, for the most part, like Zero is very excited about the little baby, and he wants to play with the little baby so much, but sometimes he gets a little too in his face. Like Zero needs to learn the boundaries of the kitten. Like obviously when he's walking away from you, he's done playing, and Zero just doesn't understand that yet. So obviously they have their own personal dynamics that they're still probably working out with one another. I don't know how it works in their brains, but I'm sure like one of these days Zero's gonna push him, and then he's gonna beat the crap out of Zero, and I'm gonna laugh. No. I'll make sure he's okay first, then I'll laugh. But yeah, so I'm no, they'll figure it out and everything, hopefully. So yeah, I got little Tobies. Yeah, and then last night Zero and Artemis were curled up and napping together, which was just the sweetest darn thing ever. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this. And then today, Artemis and Shadow were actually playing with each other, and we've moved past the point of Shadow growling and hissing at him. Like if it's too much for him, then yeah, he'll still growl and then Artemis will back off. But I think they've gotten their dynamics figured out, because like obviously Shadow's going to be the alpha in the house because he's the older cat. So I think that was kind of established between the two of them, and now they're able to they were playing perfectly fine earlier, and it was so sweet. And Shadow's not hissing at him anymore, so I think we're in a good position here. Was that? Okay. Okay, seriously, which one of you keeps farting? Was it you or the puppy? So yeah. Our chaos just became more chaos, so hopefully we'll see how it ends up working for me. Should be fun to see what little antics this little man's going to get up to. Right? Oh, hi. Oh, head's falling. Back to sleep you go. Aww. So yeah, so let's talk about this week. Oh, I don't really have much planned. Obviously this week is the holiday, the 4th. I don't usually post on Thursdays anyways. I do apologize for no video on Monday. It was a chaotic day with the animals and stuff like that, and then my husband had plans to play with his friends when he got home from work on Warzone, and then he's like, oh wait, I need to post a video for you. So I'm like, no, you can post a video tomorrow. Just play with your friends tonight, because I know he's been missing that and stuff. So that is why the video is late, and I do apologize, but it's life. So yeah, I don't know quite yet what I'm gonna do for Friday. Maybe things will work out where I can do a small shop haul on Friday. I am waiting on currently 2 packages. One should be here tomorrow, and the other should be here on Friday. So fingers crossed I'll get those by then, and I can get you guys a small shop haul this week. Yeah, things just kind of worked out really nicely for me, because I won a couple giveaways and stuff. So yeah, that was exciting. So yeah, so that's going to be, well, okay, so it's either going to be a small shop haul or actually, it's probably going to be my month in review. I lied. I'm going to do my month in review. I forgot I still have to film that. Sadly, it's going to be a depressing month in review, because I don't really have a lot of finishes to show you guys. Like, with me getting sick and with other craziness during the month, I think I only finished 3 kits and can only show 2 of them because the other one's a mystery kit. So I don't have much to show you for my month in review, although I do have I do have WIPs to show you at least, so that'll be there. So yeah, ignore what I said about Small Shop Haul. That'll come next week now. Friday is going to be my month in review. I always forget about that at the beginning of the month, so that's how it goes. So yeah. And then I'm not sure what's going to come Monday. Probably I have to batch record a bunch of unboxings tomorrow, so I'm sure I will be figuring out scheduling and stuff like that after I do that. So yeah. I think that should be it then. That should be it for this video. Brain. Okay. So yeah, almost got the section done. Woo. And looks like another 6 to go until I'm done with this whole entire kit. So that's exciting. And then I can start in on my dragon, which I've already got kit up for this month. Little spoiler alert, I'm going to be doing Flame Blade Dragon by Ruth Thompson from Diamond Art Club. So I got that all kit up. I'm so excited to work with all those reds. It's going to be so much fun. So yeah, that should be it. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. I'm going to show you off again. Yeah, I'm going to show you off again. Give him a thumbs up. Artemis, give him a thumbs up. Look at him. Look how cute he is. Say hi. Oh, okay, you want to go back to sleep now? Okay, I'll let you go back to sleep. So yeah, make sure you give me a thumbs up, me and Artemis. And throw me a comment. Let me know how your week's going. Is my kitten adorable or what? Yeah. Let me know how things are going. What were you working on, etc., etc. And if you're not already subscribed here and you like diamond painting content, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. We are approaching... Yeah, we're approaching 1K, 1,000. That's what I was going to say, not me. So we are approaching 1,000 subs, and I really hope I can hit that milestone. It would be nice to see me hit it before my birthday, but considering that's like not much more than a month away, I don't know how doable that is, but who knows? We can try, right? So hopefully I can hit that fun milestone of 1,000, and yeah. So yeah, make sure you hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and gonna have lots of cute little kitten video stories now. So yeah, that should be it. I said all the things. Okay, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.